And we are live. Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Abraham L. Jaguar. In a few moments, I will do a sound check. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Asilo. Asilo is a tabletop role playing game of psychological and clinical horror. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Excuse me. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. A moment, please, while I check the sound. Checking. Make sure that everything is in order when it comes to sound. Okay. Hmm. Sounds good. Today, I am continuing the Demon Lord Reincarnation campaign. Let me check something real quick in the settings. The music volume could be a bit lower, in my opinion. Sound effects as well. Okay. Turn. Play. So, I'm in a risky situation because, well, for starters, I have no healer. This should be the east direction. Aha. No healer. And I suspect that I got warped somewhere along the way because the my map was not matching with the previous layout. So I most likely entered some sort of zone that teleported me elsewhere in this same floor in the dungeon. But because I am a veteran of dungeon crawlers, this is no match for me. You just keep on mapping and see if the map eventually makes sense with the previous map that you were drawing. Welcome, Josh. Ah. So I'm going to keep on mapping in this separate sheet, and maybe it's going to match up with the other section. It's solid. Solid, solid, solid. Okay. What about over here? Solid. Ah, that is right. No match, exactly. By the way, Josh, I was looking at the Secrets of the Ancient campaign for Traveler, and you know that they made it like a trilogy, but the original campaign was just that single Secrets of the Ancient module. And I noticed that it is of popular opinion from the most savvy minds that the part 1 and part 3 are horrible. So it's much better to run the campaign that I have, the Secrets of the Ancient, as a standalone experience. So that's definitely still on the table as to the sci-fi campaigns that we could be running. Nothing in the center. Okay, so over here. In fact, the other modules are so poorly written that the author forgot how each module ended, or some vital things concerning the plot line. So you have to like retcon and fix and retweak. So it's pretty awful. The Secrets of the Ancient module, original from the 2012, from 2012, it is the best one. So if we eventually run that one, I am running it as a standalone experience. Ah, interesting. So the middle module is the sweet spot, exactly. Because it's the original one. They were even criticizing that Mongoose did it as a cash grab. Like, they wanted to, so that people would purchase two other modules in order to run Secrets of the Ancient. That's why they say, no, you need to run Mysteries of the Ancient first. And after you finish Secrets of the Ancient, you should run Wrath of the Ancients, but no. Adore. A wall. And although I don't have a healer here in my Demon Lord Reincarnation party, I read in the forums that sometimes there are friendly encounters, so there is a chance that a lost adventurer will find us and will join our party. Hopefully a healer or a spellcaster of sorts. This should be the east. Exactly. Okay, okay. I'd be up for it. I know nothing about the premise, but I'm sure it would be exciting. Just in order to give a premise without spoilers, the player characters start experiencing their everyday lives in that sci-fi setting, but suddenly one of the player characters, or perhaps more, one or more of the player characters, they receive a message from one of their old acquaintances, an uncle. They even tell you, oh, the uncle can be handled as if it's an actual uncle or just a guy that was a friend from the family, etc. That is, well, in order to avoid spoilers, right? That is about to die and has something very important to communicate related to the meta plot of Traveler, the reason as to why Traveler exists, the universe of Traveler. It's very, very exciting. It is probably one of the sci-fi modules with the highest praise. Secrets of the Ancients. And it solves a lot of things concerning exploration, diplomacy, and whatnot. Because I think one of the greatest problems with Traveler is that they don't really tell you what Traveler is about, right? For example, you have Star Wars. Usually it's the evil empire. You're fighting the evil empire, right? Flash Gordon. Ming. We need to defeat Ming. Star Trek. We need to explore. Just explore the galaxy, right? But like Traveler, it can be anything and it is nothing at the same time. Sounds cool, yeah. And Secrets of the Ancients gives you a reason as to why you are adventuring all across the galaxy. It's because you are unraveling a mystery related to that non-player character that is about to die at the start. This is the west? Yes. In fact, some of the most boring sessions that I have seen in my life my entire tabletop RPG campaign career, in my entire tabletop RPG career, I have seen sci-fi, science fantasy, horror, modern fiction, all sorts of genres and subgenres, steampunk, all of them. Let's see. That is the impression I got looking through the books I picked up. And the worst sessions that I have seen, probably the worst among the worst, maybe not top 5 worst sessions, let's say, have been someone running Traveler in the most boring way possible. Oh, there is a ship. Yes, and the ship needs repairs. Oh yeah, let's go repair the ship. They go, and they go. They arrive to the ship that is damaged, and they repair the ship. Yes, and now what? Now what? We repair the ship. Now what? That's it. That's the entire adventure. And there are so many that run it like that. I don't. What the fuck? And I was thinking, wow, so they're going to repair the spaceship and they are going to detect that there was like a sabotage, like someone placed an explosive and that's why the airship went down, or they're going to repair the spaceship and they find alien eggs inside, like a xenomorph infestation, and they're going to get attacked. So, no, they go to the spaceship, it is damaged, and they repair it. In other cases, yeah, I know. In other cases, they grab something from another genre, like a cattle drive or cattle raid. You know that, like when they steal cattle in Wild West situations, and they use the same situation, but in Traveler. So much potential lost. Oh, it was another disappearing door. They just perform manual labor for the whole campaign. Exactly. How boring is that? Who wants... Pardon me if there is a janitor watching this stream. But who really wants to be a janitor when you can be a hero that saves the entire galaxy? Or if you want to be like the greatest mercenary, or... I'm telling you, wasted potential. And you have to wonder because Traveler has been contaminated by the wokeness throughout the years, so you have to wonder how much of that is influencing those games, right? Because you know how sometimes the woke crowd likes to have like, oh, in this adventure you bake muffins for the party, for the gathering, and that is it. Pit. Oh, let's rest at the pit. Once I had took the initiative. Well, maybe I should try defeating them with dual thrust, low slash, fireball. Yes, we can take them. Even though we are injured at the bottom of the pit, we can take them. Yes. I would think a campaign would tend to be like something out of Mass Effect. You nailed it, Josh, you nailed it. That is it. That is exactly it. It's as if someone just gave you, how will you say, an entire arsenal of weapons for a battle. You have machine guns, you have grenades, flamethrowers, all sorts of swords and all of that, and you're like, okay, I'm going to use the butter knife. I want to use this butter knife for my weapon. Marcus dexterity increased. The Jira mobility, Andrew's vitality, okay. No, enemies, more enemies. More enemies. Fight, dual thrust, blunt strike. Berserk. Oh, the spiders. Oh. We could potentially take them, but it all depends on this round. If not, I'm going away from the spiders. I'm running. No, we are escaping. The tarantulas are still too tough. No. No, no, escape. Rest. Ah! No, 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 escape. Okay, there's a door. Which direction is this? Should be the north. North. North, exactly. I bet this is going to be a one-way door. So I go through the door. And it's gone, exactly. Let's rest here. Oh, enemies. Ambush the enemies. Well, let's eliminate the ghoul completely. Fireball. It damaged. Not sure if I commented on your video about how roleplay saves fiction that is being destroyed, but it was quite good. Ah, thank you, Josh. No, I don't think you commented on that video. I still can't believe they bastardized my childhood hero of the Force and He-Man. But what can you do if they have their rights? That is, in our personal take, according to our own experience of Star Wars or He-Man, the changes that they have done, they never happened, right? We ignore those changes. But like the officially, they ruined so many intellectual properties. But like I said, that's how the world currently works. When you have the rights, you can pretty much do nothing. You have to take it like a man. Ah, no, wait, I'm not fighting these guys. Or maybe? No, escape, it's risky. But yeah, they will never take... It's like William Wallace said, well, according to Mel Gibson, they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom, you know? And Star Wars, Star Trek, He-Man, that will always remain in our hearts, untouched, unsullied. Don't strike. Fireball. Oh, Kadir is stunned. Uh-oh. Dual thrust. Going to be low slash. Fireball. Attack the ghosts fit? I'm not sure ghosts have fit. I can't believe we never got an awesome He-Man RPG or Thundercats. There was one in the works. It was going to be powered by Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, but I don't know if they continued designing it. But well, you can pretty much play He-Man with any, like Savage Worlds, for example, but more enemies. No, 7 scorpions, are you crazy? No. There is this supplement for Dungeon Crawl Classics. It's a collection of zines. It is called Under a Broken Moon, if I remember correctly. Under a Broken Moon. Maybe we should fight them. It's pretty much He-Man. There is a zine. I don't remember if it's zine number 4 or 3. But you have the hero character class, which is pretty much He-Man. For Dungeon Crawl Classics, you also have pretty much everything. The sword of Grayskull. That is true. I saw a group play with Fate once. And it has some very funny things. For example, if you choose like the He-Man character class... Oh no, we are escaping. You have to take an oath. And the oath basically goes somewhere along the lines of, as a hero of Eternia, it's not Eternia, no, but it's like the same thing. As a hero of this place, you are you have committed yourself to fighting evil forever. Oh, how annoying! These enemies won't give you a chance. You are committed to fighting evil forever, and because evil never stops, evil is immortal. Evil never die because evil always exists. You are exempt from working in your life, and because you are protecting the realms, people should just give you stuff for free. And that's the oath that you take with that supplement. So basically, if you play He-Man, you don't have to work on anything, doing anything else, and people have to gift you things just because. So how funny and awesome is that? For Dungeon Crawl Classics, exactly. And you even have a gallery of non-player characters that are pretty much the He-Man characters from the show. Or parodies, rather. Parodies of He-Man. It's very funny. I always wanted to run that. Yeah, it is amazing. I think it's, like I said... Let me see if I can find it here. YouTube. Where is... Under a Broken Moon? Crawling under a broken moon. Crawling under a broken moon. Aha! Crawling under a broken moon. And they sell the entire collection of zines as a compilation. But just look at if you just want like the He-Man, the He-Man zine, the descriptions will tell you on Drive Thru RPG that, oh, this is the scene for the heroes that protect Castle. It's something like, it's not Old Skull, but it's also like Gray Skull, but like a parody, and really good. North is solid, south is solid as well. Okay. Solid. South. Okay. Here, nothing here. Aha. A door. We go through the door. Don't tell me it disappeared. Oh, it's still there. What a relief. Is the Zine series pretty good? They have the set on Amazon. It's worth it. It is super worth it. The entire collection. The author also has, I think, a post-apocalyptic version of Dungeon Crawl Classics that I would say surpasses the official post-apocalypse version, which is called Mutant Crawl Classics. Mutant Crawl Classics disappointed so many people from Goodman Games, but it is expected. Goodman Games has fallen. They used to be so good, but then they decided to appeal to the woke, and that's when the quality, not only because they are constantly pushing their politics into their products, but their quality of writing in general went down, which makes me suspect if they started to hire, like diversity hirings, who knows? Because I'm all for having many people of all shapes and colors. As long as they design good games, they should be working in those studios. It's all about your virtues, your merit, but you shouldn't be chosen because of your color. Welcome, Roger. That actually disappointed me a long time ago. Like 20 something years back, there was this RPG studio hiring. And it's disappointing because I actually have been reviewing some of their things. Right now, I'm not reviewing their products anymore, but I reviewed some of their games. And suddenly they had this ad. Oh, we're looking for great designers. If you are from, and they mentioned various countries, including Mexico, please join us. And I was like, oh, you're hiring. Let me try for an interview. And they're like, oh, yes, send a picture. They thought I was like a black Mexican or brown skin Mexican, like they call it. The science fiction YouTube. But they saw I was white and they were like, oh no, yeah, oh, no, no, we are full. Thanks. Did he do America? Yes, America. That's the one. That setting. Beautiful setting. Door and door. Door and door. I'm going to go. Yes. Yes, let's proceed west because my my paper map is pretty short on the right side. That is unreal, yes, sadly. Unreal but true. Ah. Yes, I don't know if you heard us, Roger. I think you did, but let's play a beat 'em up one of these days. I just read that the DLC for Streets of Rage 4, it's basically like a survival mode that becomes harder and harder as the game progresses. So it's like a fight until you drop to see how far you get. We should play it, perhaps. Ah, a door. So it's going to lead into a rectangular room between the two sections that I have been moving. Ah, square room. Okay. Streets of Rage was super fun. Yeah. And like I said, check out the Chronicles of Mystara. Let me see if I can place the trailer here. Because the trailer for Chronicles of Mystara, it fixes so many things that current Dungeons and Dragons trailers lack. That magic, that mystery, that danger. Let's see, Chronicle of Tara. There are some trailers, but this is my favorite one. Trailer. Chronicles of Mystara trailer. The reveal? Is that the reveal? Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Is the right trailer? Yes! Okay. This is masterclass when it comes to promoting Dungeons and Dragons as you should. None of that Sumer crap. This is Dungeons and Dragons. Take a look. You take a look. Absolutely. I downloaded Streets of Rage 4 after watching you and Josh play. Excellent. That trailer in the chat, that's Dungeons and Dragons. That is Dungeons and Dragons. Ah, what happened to the volume? Ah, there we go. Solid over here. Up here. Okay. If your Dungeons and Dragons campaign doesn't feel at least a portion of the epicness from that trailer, then you're doing it wrong. Wait a minute. This doesn't lead me to the slime room, does it? Ah, the slime room. Oh no, we're going. Escape! Escape! Okay, now I know where I am. So I really did get warped or something. Slime room. I'm here. Okay, okay. Finally. That's why it pays to have a well-detailed map. Making your own notes. There should be a door. Yes. Oh, fell into the pit. Tips 10 damage. That looks amazing. Reminds me of Golden Axe, but actually way better. Yeah. Well, and well, Golden Axe, right? Golden Axe is a bit like a pioneer. Obviously, Capcom took inspiration from Golden Axe, but yes, completely, it's much better. Oh no, escape! We need to rest. I didn't know we needed to rest. Um, but this door is going to be a one-way door. Wait a minute, can I return? Can I return to... But it's the same thing. Ah, okay, okay, okay. I am facing the east. East, exactly. Ah, can't believe I missed it. It's because it was more popular in Japan. I understand that in the arcades, only a few places here in the West had that arcade machine. But in Japan, it was significantly more popular. The character art looks incredible. If you search online for the original art for Chronicles of Mystara, it is Dungeons and Dragons anime style. It is incredible. So we go. We go north. No, wait. Let's check out. There's no door. Okay. Okay. We go left. And we should be facing the west. West, aha. West. We go through the door. And we go south. To the right, which is the west. And here's the tricky part. Okay, second door from the left. Yeah, I know. I knew there was a pit. I need to rest. Okay. Go through the door. Uh-huh. There should be another door at the end of this. Uh-huh. We go north. All the way north, and at the end of this corridor, there should be a door that leads east. Aha! There it is. Now I have two choices. Either I take this door that closes behind me, or I explore this section. Let's go east. And the door is still there. Have you played Dragon's Crown Pro? I've played the first Dragon Crown, but sadly I never finished it. For whatever reason, I grew completely disenchanted with it. Can't really pinpoint why I felt disenchanted, but you're going to love this. You are going to love this. Hold on. Let me be right back. Be right back. You're going to love it. Okay, I am back. I think I should. Let's see if I can resize. Um, in just a moment. Aha. Okay, let me make myself bigger. Check this out. Check this out. The official Dragon's Crown manga. Ah, trying to get it like it comes in two parts. The complete series is contained. And if you place both of the, what was it? Aha. Both of the books. I hope I'm getting that right into focus. It completes the image. And this is my favorite manga, my favorite fantasy manga of all time. This one. This is my favorite fantasy manga series of all time. And I'm 42 years old. All the series that I have seen. This is incredible. Let me show you some of the art. And if you're a guy, well, even if you're a girl as well, let me see. It's because of the light. Let me. Okay. The art is incredible. You also have, for the ladies, look, for the ladies out there, the fighter. It is complete fan service all over the place. Wow, just look at it. Just look at this. Just look at this. The interaction, really, that's high praise. May have to try to and track it down. The interactions between the characters, they are amazing. There is only like a little disappointing. Well, to avoid spoilers, there are two characters that I shipped that I wanted them to be a couple, and they had so many flirty moments throughout the entire manga. So many flirty moments. Well, just like a little spoiler, one of them is the fighter, which was my main character, and he flirts a lot. There is this back and forth between him and another of the hot female characters. By the way, the Dark Elf. I never knew if it was a manga. I just thought it was a video game. No, it was a video game, and then it was a manga. Let me show you the Dark Elf. Holy crap! Holy crap! Wow! Incredibly hot. Oh well, and of course you have the sorcerers, right? Of course. Did I get it into? Those are the sorts of things that you're going to be seeing the entire manga. And the story, the action, the battles, the everything, it is the best. Is the best. As simple as that. Now let me resize myself like this. Okay. Okay. But yeah, you really need to check it out. North, north. Aha. Okay. Dark Elf, I am a fan. Exactly. And the poses are super suggestive. when she rides her like a beast, she rides like this giant saber-tooth tiger thing. Wow. Uh, uh, uh. Wait a minute. Oh, this is a corridor that moves parallel to the other corridor we were just in. This could be the way to find the stairs leading down deeper into the dungeon. Aha. Wait a minute, is west, aha. The west. South. It's so dark there. Super dark. The live stream shows it a lot more illuminated than what I am seeing. I am almost in complete darkness. Wow. I am basically probing my way through the dungeon. Solid, solid. Solid, solid. If you want more info about the Dragon's Crown manga, I actually reviewed the entire manga here in the channel. It's an older video. The quality of the camera is not good, but I give a lot more when it comes to my opinions on the manga. And like I said, how I loved almost everything about it. But that couple of characters that I wanted them like, oh, they are going to finish the adventure and they're going to hit it off, and no. They're like, no. Hmm. What they were seeing in your campaign, what they were seeing in your campaign Monday? What they were seeing in your campaign Monday. Ah, you mean the Asteria campaign? That's going to be from this Monday to the next. We are playing it every 2 weeks because two of the participants are very busy. Total darkness, indeed. And it's going to be uh, very fun to play the cult one shot that is also approaching April 12th. We're going to have a blast, Josh. We're going to face the horrors. Well, as a game master, I'm going to be the horrors, right? But you will face them. And I guess you could say I will experience the horrors as well through the player characters, right? Um, for okay, solid 2. Solid 2. Go north. Solid as well. Solid. This dungeon floor is so big. Compared to the floor above, this is a true underground complex. This is not just your typical basement type of dungeon. Oh no. Ah, the door is still there. Good. I hate doors that disappear on me. It is unnatural. This room is completely empty. Well, I guess it's a good place to rest. North, south, okay. And now I remember the other manga that I was recommending you. For for those of you that like Berserk, like Guts, the manga, one of them is Centuria, the other one is Dungeon Fantasy. Let me verify that Dungeon Fantasy is also really good. Dungeon Fantasy, Dungeon Fantasy manga, Dungeon Fantasy manga. Uh, uh, uh. No, 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 no. It's not Dungeon Fantasy. It's Tower Dungeon. Tower Dungeon. Let me verify it again. Tower Dungeon. Tower Dungeon. Tower Dungeon. Tower Dungeon. That's the other manga. Tower Dungeon. So Centuria and Tower Dungeon. Those are my two manga recommendations. If you like dark fantasy, blood, gore, creepy things, but also there's a bit of drama. Tower Dungeon is a bit more on the comedic side, slightly on the comedic side. Centuria, although Centuria has a bit of comedy, it is super grim. It starts super, super grim. Let me give you a premise. In the case of Centuria, the protagonist is a young boy. YouTube doesn't like the word, but let's say that he works for free. When someone forces you to work for free, you know those guys. So, well, I guess you could say it. This is about a science fiction work, YouTube. So the main protagonist is a slave. The protagonist in this fantasy manga is a slave. He has no one. His own mother sold him into slavery. And he is trying to make his way in like a medieval, dark medieval setting. But many things occur, many apocalyptic, how you say, not apocalyptic, like catastrophic things. And he ends up with a Lovecraftian deity as his patron. And now he has incredible powers. And things go from there. And if you like unforgiving, gritty manga, showing you the horrors of the Dark Age, with some moments of hope here and there, that's the manga for you. In the case of Tower Dungeon, imagine light-hearted Dark Souls. I would say that. Light-hearted Dark Souls. There is death, there are people getting chopped pieces, there are horrible monsters. But the protagonist is pretty much a village boy. Just like your normal village guy. But for some reason, he seems to be remarkably sturdy and strong. To the point that things that could kill a normal man, he survives those things. And he gets drafted into a quest to rescue a princess. The monsters are pretty much Dark Souls. So it's all about not only seeing how the character survives, but also unraveling the mystery of the character. Why is the protagonist so tough and so strong? It makes no sense. There's also a bit of romance. I don't want to say with who. You could say two romantic possibilities, and I think it's also handled well. There's a door, but I could go north. There's a door. Sounds pretty wild. It is pretty wild. I would say that Centuria is a bit more depressing. Although, like I said, when you have those moments of heroics, of epicness, then you like forget the sadness of the world for a moment. And in the case of Tower Dungeon, like it's Dark Souls. Dark Souls a bit more lighthearted, just a little bit. Go through the door. Still there. Yes. Ah! Hit! Oh, she took so much damage. And we rest at the bottom of the pit. Yes, we can. Enemies. Barbarian. We can take them. Dual thrust. Low slash. Berserk. Failed to land. Oh no, the barbarians are getting angry. But Henry is getting angry as well. Dual thrust. Low slash. Break. Yes, the barbarian is stunned. Oh! Barbarian doesn't die. Barbarian slashes Marcos. Oh! Low slash. Strike. Yes, barbarian is stunned. Barbarian died. Oh no, Warcry. Low slash. Strike. The American setting was another I was looking at. I need to just prioritize what systems I want to play. That's the thing with tabletop RPGs. So many possibilities. It's not like just playing a video game, right? But when it comes to playing a video game, you just turn on the game. Oh no! No, escape. You play the game, that's it. But with tabletop RPGs, there is so much planning to be done. So much planning. Solid. Over here. Solid. North. Solid 2. Solid and solid. So we go back through the door. Solid, solid, solid. There's a door. And there is a door. Go through the door. Ah. I have to draw the lower part of the shit. This is my farmer healer. Itsuki's animated corpse charges at you from the shadows. He's still following us. Itsuki, it is time to put an end to you. This pains me so much, Itsuki, but this is the only way you can rest. In pieces. I'm sorry, Itsuki, but you are already dead. Yes, the characters that die, they come back and attack you. They become murderous undead. And I am glad we saved Itsuki. He was following us. I had to be avoiding it. I was avoiding him because he always used to attack me when I was wounded. But now he is resting, I hope. One can only hope, right? There's a barrier. Oh. Solid. Solid. And this is the barrier. And we have a door. And we go through the door. Aha. All right. Okay, I have marked my position. This is going to be, let's see, what are your top 5 systems you want to get to the table? Top 5 systems. Dark Souls, Traveler, and not in a particular order, because I'm not sure exactly of the order, but like top 5, like without hierarchy. Dark Souls, Traveler, probably the Vampirevania game, because it reminds me so much of Castlevania. There are so many. Probably is Swords and Wizardry, because I have so many modules for Swords and Wizardry. And Convictor Drive. Convictor Drive also sounds really cool. Let's see. There is also the Shin Megami Tensei RPG coming out pretty soon. Roger says, "Have you played Darkest Dungeon? I think you would enjoy it. You would enjoy it. I have played Vambrace, which is pretty much a pseudo clone of Darkest Dungeon. But yes, I am going to play Darkest Dungeon one of these days. Vambrace was cool, but it was disappointing that the ending was inconclusive. I thought there was going to be a sequel, but no, they left it like that. This is going to be the end for this live stream of Demon Lord Reincarnation, and but in about 20 minutes, I am going to be streaming Virtua Fighter 5 Revo ranked matches, because this Saturday there is another tournament, and you know how I ended up in the semifinals. So that's going to be very fun again. So thank you, Josh. Thank you, Roger, for watching this live stream. Thank you to everyone else, and thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host Abraham L. Jaguar, and remember, level up in game and level up in life. Once again, thank you, and see you later.